Hey, what's up, you guys? DJMama here, and we're closing out 2025 with more Tier Swap. I think sometime during either May or June, even, I did a lot of tier list videos, and we're gonna close out this video with more tier videos, because why not? We're covering the best sets of 2025. This year was a little light on product, but there were some significant releases this year. So, let's go over them. So first we have Suda, Supreme Darkness, to start off the year. So after Crossover Breakers, I'm like, probably didn't need a set that did a whole lot. So, I mean, Chorozo's nice. This is a nice card that sees a lot of play sometimes on a lot of Spellcaster-based decks. Eclipse Twins is significant enough. I'm not gonna look at the QCRs. Ultras, Ritual. You know, we get Mitsurugi as a start here. We get Murakumo, Primite's Ether Barrel Dragon. This was only funny because of like whether or not like the ruling was different in the OCG, because it was like during your standby phases. I think this said originally the standby phase, so it could have been stronger for the TCG. We have Meowls, which could have been nice. Abawaku is here. The new Crystal Beast support. I'm just kidding. It's, you know, special summon by sending 2 face-up monster cards from Spell Trap Zone. Pretty fun for Crystal Beast, and of course for regular Snake Eye. Argo Stars. This is why we can't have MX Saber Invoker back, because MX Saber Invoker summoning this is nasty work. I'm like, is it that strong though? And then some of the commons. Alright, this is like coin flip stuff. So here's 2 sides. Sulfador is pretty nice for Crystron. Is this where we get some Crystron support? Doesn't really look like it. I mean, Sulfador is great. Is inclusion in here at least? No. It's just Sulfador? I guess we got the more Crystron support earlier. End of 2024. You know, Prayers. I think Great Purification is here. So it's the start of Mitsurugi. You know, Saji, Kusanagi, and the flip support. Yeah, this set is not great. Oh, there's inclusion. There it is. So, it's good set for Crystron, good set for the flip archetypes that lived for like a week, coped for about a week. Delta Invitation's not bad for zombie monsters. Yeah, going over this set again. This card will see some play in Blue Eyes eventually. Pretty much talking about Nagnax. Yeah, the best I can probably give it is C. I don't think it's too bad with the Crystron stuff in it, but it could be better. I mean, Ether Barrel was fine. The Gladbee stuff was in here. Oof, rough time for everybody. But you know, Eclipse Twins, Tristalo, or was it Tristaros? Yeah, whatever. Those are only the high points of the set. Crystron, Eclipse Twins. I'll give it that. And the start of Mitsurugi. That's all I can give this set is. So that's that. On to the next set. Structure deck Blue Eyes White Destiny. We just have to talk about these 4 cards here that changed Blue Eyes forever. Maiden, one of the best normal summons you can ever have. Spirit Dragon, just being bigger Spirit Dragon. White Wishes is insane. And then Spirit, make sure your plays can always go through. If even you get impermed or interrupted on your normal summon, they just immediately change into Spirit. So level 4 lower dragon or Spellcaster is heck of a link material, and always searching the field spell is nice. Roar and Neokai's Seahorse are decent too. But let me get to the real meat of the structure deck and why it was so popular. Here is common Nibiru, Ash. I think Valor was in here too. Where's Valor? Yeah, Valor. Yeah, Nibiru, Ash, Imperm, Valor, Called By is insane. This structure had everything mostly to compete to, even a common Jet Dragon. This card was like in a rarity collection, so it was like not a lot anyway, but just even a common Jet Dragon is insane. So I do have to probably put this pretty high. It might get beat out by something, because it didn't really last. Blue Eyes still sees some play from locals. I have lost to this deck a lot. I lost to this deck once in locals. I lost to it by the time I think you were, yeah, it doesn't count to get Prague. I lost to this in Prague, so it's a very solid product. It does a whole lot for the archetype. We'll probably see play a lot now. So yeah, Blue Eyes, this structure deck is so good. Is it the best though? It's very much in contention, but for now I'm just putting it in A, okay? Alright, on to the next thing. It's gonna be Maze of the Master. I think it's that people really glossed over, but there is something in this set that's pretty decent. So we start with like Trickstar support. Yeah, I love that. The Allure stuff is in here. And Performage and Z and Y Metal Tank retrains. Sounds pretty bad off the start, doesn't it? But the main star of the show is going to be the Odeon stuff. Odeon is insane. The Sword Soul reprints are really great. This is like their third wave of reprints. Fully now in this set altogether. That low rarity, easy to get. Yeah, it's certainly something. But let's go on once we get to where did the Odeon stuff at? Yeah, Odeon. So where is he at? Is he a secret? He's a secret. Alright, so we have Man with the Bark and Treasure of the Kings. These cards are insane. People were going crazy over 7th Tachyon during the time of the release because this is another way to search Ryziels. So you reveal like Masquerade, and Masquerade gets you a Light or a Spellcaster, and you have an easy number XC for Pyros too. And then there was an FTK shown with the Galaxy Eye stuff in the set, but it didn't really last all that long at all. It really. But I think Odeon had a great amount of staying powder. The Apophis cards are really at a decent enough power level here that they can make something work. So yeah, Odeon, very nice. This Perulio reprint really doesn't mean anything. Was it Ultra? Yeah, 20 bucks still, not terrible. I'll just say that. Duke of Demise has seen like niche play in some decks for sure, in Fiendsmith piles because it's a level 6 Dark Fiend. It's like another line for like was it for Wave King High Caesar or like more a way to extend? It is what it is. Yeah, the Apophis stuff is really nice. They're really good. They did win later down the line. It took them some time for sure, but they did have a mark during this time. So yeah, and for some reason these two cards got reprinted, the Thunder Dragon stuff. So I'll give it that. Allure Queen is very funny, and I think some of us needed an Azure Rune reprint at this point for Silver Hat Rabbit, but that quickly fell off. Yeah, I'll give this set I think just for Odeon. Odeon has to carry this set very hard. It's a B on average. It could be the top of C if you want to see that, but I'm gonna put it like bottom B probably is where we're gonna put it. So that's Maze of the Master. Odeon hard carrying this set for 2025. Let's go on to QCR Stampede. We're not going to go over all 961 cards, but there's some pretty cool reprints, I guess. Obviously, the Plat Secret Rare slot, 271 cards, my goodness, and they're all over the place, with Royal Oppression being a decent one for older formats, but I think during this time is where older formats were suffering. They kind of got the ruling change, all that nice stuff. Dangers, fun. Eclipse Wyvern for the card with that. I don't know. It's now legal in OCG, so it might be seeing play in a TCG. You never know. Please, I miss my boy. Maxi. People were scared about the Maxi reprint. I'm like, oh my god, please no. Fuolos reprint. This was a great Molcharmy. This is the only like decently priced Molcharmy currently. Not until the next set. We do have to talk about that one. It's currently not out, but I think there's already, by the time of recording, I think there's already like videos of them, of YouTubers just opening it already. Sure, Mermello reprint at Plat Secret, Necro Valley's fine, Magia. Okay, this is the Magia reprint, but they only reprinted it at the super chocolatey rares as coined by MBT. So it's like at Ulti, Collectors, Plat, and then I think another QCR reprint. or not, it's still very much. It's $45. That's upsetting, but yeah. Uh, coping high roll blue eyes builds. The Skull Servant. This is not even like Skull Servant's highest sought after print in 2025, which is crazy. The QCR Skull Servant. Metamorphosis already getting another reprint here, but it actually gets another one, surprisingly enough. Trap Dust Shoot is huge. This card was only common and was not seen in print like pre-2010. This card needed a reprint very bad, and very accessible reprint at this one because everybody was opening it up, as one does for this set. But this is the last QCR set, so very nice. Infinity nice. Waving Ice Sears nice. Lavalva Chains, great reprint. This is still surprising to me that this Plat Secret is 60 cents. Insane. Alright, and then same in the stuff in QCR. Yeah, this set was huge. Pretty good. But too much. Too much means some of your pulls aren't exactly what you need. You're just looking for, I think this is what's the set where like sellers and shop owners just opened it up and just like sold the singles as much as they could. So it's gonna be the average. And do I put it above Maze of the Master? There were some impacts I felt more immediate from Stampede than Maze. I mean, I got to play more Edison staples from this set for sure. I definitely got my Fuolosis from this set. So yeah. Quem was a nice reprint too, but we got another Quem reprint down the line. Daruma Cannon's nice reprint. Typhon is, you know, pretty good reprint, not gonna lie. And then yeah, I'd say it's just slightly edging out Maze of the Masters currently. Alright, Aelin. Let's go to a Lion's Insight. So this set did see some successful. I mean, here's Habakiri. Habakiri, hopefully not long for this world, much longer. The slap on the wrist hit is probably hitting it to 1, which is like, stop. You can get 1 Habakiri ever. Which is enough. I think they might ban this card next and bring us back King of the Feral Imps. Which would be upsetting because I do like my boy Habakiri. I do love when rituals do be on top, but I'm like, the power level is a little really skewed at this point. Yeah. The Live Twin Link one is insane. That is a card that never saw that much play, considering how good this is with Fiendsmith. Heraldic Ryziel did see, I think, either a top or a big win in 2025. And then Malice, we'll get to the Malice stuff in a second. Looking at this, now looking at the PCRs. Dragon Ruler saw some play during this time because Spectral is so good, Nebulous is okay. This card, I think, continues to see play. This guy, Jurashin. Let's get to the secret rares. Anyway, here's Star Ryziel and Malice Marchhair. Everybody opened this set for these cards. Song of the Dominator is also a decent one too. Not too bad. Regenesis Archfiend, I think, is seeing play in Genesis now with Regenesis Vanquish. So there's that. But yeah, these 3 cards are really the sellers of the set. On to the common slot. Moisa White, my boys. Mariel can be. There's some the Cyber Dragon stuff is in here, which I think saw like 1 or 2 things with K9 down the line. Dippity, the little Dippity that could engine.deck, and then here's Ryujay. Remember the other crossover breakers archetype? Yeah, they got support here. It's really good. This card's really good. Here's Mirror, the card that Mitsurugi players complain about because if they see it in their hand, they're like, man, I hate it. I hate playing Mitsurugi. And then Code Igniter. Wish I knew about this card earlier. It's a rank 4 that just says Ritual Summon. I'm like, man, I wish I had that. Forgot. And yeah. So I think this set has definitely some decent implications. However, is really, really top heavy. The implications in the metagame were felt from the set. However, the whole set is not great. Yeah, we'll just, yeah. Heraldic, Scene Splash in an already good deck. Mitsurugi's got splashed in a lot of different decks, mostly Ryzeal, but could stand on its own. Malice is, Malice. Didn't they get, oh yeah, they got Wizard and backup Adignister in the set as well. So, a buff to Malice, too. So, there was a lot felt in the competitive community from this set, but however, this set was still not that great. It's gonna probably hold top of B spot though. That's all I can give it. Alright, Monstrous Mayhem, my favorite set. I don't care if the Dragon Rulers were already printed to death in a previous QCR set. Maximus is a really good reprint. The Gem Knight stuff saw a lot of play during this time. Punk, I'm sorry it didn't really happen for you, but it is doing well in Genesis currently. If you saw my video with J-Rive, they got 2 top 8 slots in Genesis and on different builds. Dragon Maid. I don't think I saw much of Dragon Maid, to be honest with you. I think I made like 1 or 2 regional tops, maybe. I'll get to them. Don't worry, I'll get to them for sure. Yeah, Gem Knight did very well in some index. Was there more to talk about? Triple Tack reprint is nice. The Necros stuff saw some play. I think there's a deck list from like Jeffrey Cotton, or he went to locals and topped with his. I think he won his locals with Necros, and I'm really wishing I get to see that build. It might be blocked behind a Patreon paywall. Oh well. Further, these cards, Fabled, Fabled, Fiendsmith. People were trying to play Fiendsmith and everything. And Light Fiend archetype, it seems pretty good, but it's maybe a little high roll. What was it? I don't think it was a full Draco, True Draco reprint wave. I think there was only a few of them in here, but there was good reprints of them. The Primite stuff gets reprinted here, which is nice. And so, alright, let's talk about it. Orcust gets its greatest cards in this set, aka Enligirsu and Galatea Eye. Cards are crazy. Made a significant splash in North NA during this time, pre-Duad, but EU didn't get this set till much later in the year, which is unfortunate. Messed with, like, I think even Worlds didn't get the Orcus cards, and I think OCG players were like upset that they wanted to play Orcus during Worlds and they didn't get to because of the release wave in EU being shorted. So unfortunate, but I think Orcus could have done really well at Worlds too, but it went to Vagrant Soul and Lunalight. But these cards did bring Orcus back into the limelight, into Orcus Mitsurugi, into Orcus Azamina, or just Orcus Fiendsmith as well, while we had Moon anyway. But yeah, I think this is a great set. It is my favorite set of the year because of how good Orcus was. There were great reprints in this set. Punk seeing play now in Genesis. Orcus seeing play a decent amount throughout 2025 after this set released in all areas. Gem Knight, I think, saw a lot of experimentation and a lot of highs. And Necroz, I think, is also Genesis, sadly. But yeah, there's a lot of great in this set. I'll just say that. So I'm putting it above currently the Blue Eye structure deck for now. Things could change. All right, moving on to Duad. So Duelist Advanced. Oh, I have to talk about Dodo Warrior, the Onomat stuff, doing fairly well for itself. Not only in just Genesis, where it won an event, not too far off from now. But I think is also pretty much doing well in Ryzeal because it's just more rank 4 bodies. It's just getting into more rank 4 bodies. Archmage, we got our new lore archetype, so we're just going to be prepared to see Midius appear for a while. VS Holly Sue is in here. Lunalight Gold Leo here. So already high rarity stuff. Secret rares, love to see those. The Ultras, we got our boy UFZ. The Monarch stuff saw a lot of play in not TCG land. Genesis, another which I think is where I think it's pretty nice. Again, Baronite and Go 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 Goblinberg is great. This deck, the Morganite stuff, getting the stuff here, oh my gosh, it is nasty work. And then we got to talk about the Lunalight stuff, which is Liger Dancer and Perfume Dancer being great cards. Let's just say that. And then the commons. This is not the whole list. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more cards in this set. But the Nouvelle stuff did see play. I think it's because of Triff. I think it was the Mitsu Yummy set. Well, not Mitsu. Yeah, it's a Mitsu Yummy deck. I think that played these cards as extra starters. It was certainly a 60 card 2025 pile. That's all I'll say. So this set is very, very good from some low to top. So I will give it what it is. It's pretty good. We didn't know about Genesis during this time, so we were like, the top end of the set is Lunalight. We're chasing like the Lunalight stuff. We're chasing maybe the Monarch stuff, maybe the Lore archetype, because we know the Lore archetype is going to get a lot of support. I think the main chase is Lunalight Gold Leo and the VS stuff in this area, aka Holly Sue. So I think these were the big chases of the set for sure. So yeah, let's get into another controversial set. We got Jush. Let me just Jush. Jush is still felt to this day. We got K9 Azuna, Draco Tail, and Yummy, all three playable archetypes, and at this point, crazy. Even before their new waves with Ferex, with Noroi, and Marshy, I don't know. These decks were very, very competent. I think more people were focused on Yummy and K9 until Draco Tail was surprisingly doing its thing. It was still consistent, especially in the branded variant when Fusion went to 2. So yeah, I have to give this set up. There is some decent reprints in here. Of course, they had to include Paradise Smasher and then immediately ban it. The Hornet Drone reprint is actually really big because Hornet Drone hasn't had that many reprints, like very, very few. Rahu Draco Tail and Ketu Draco Tail are nasty. Yummy Snatchy. This is the craziest thing about this set. 1, 2, 3, 4 Yummy cards. 1, 2, 3, 4 Draco Tail cards, and the 2 most important canines are Ultras. Nasty, nasty work. So I just got to give it up to this set. This set is pretty nasty. But you kind of need multiple boxes. That's the only downside. You need multiple boxes to make Jush work. So there's that. Let's get into the what is this next? The World Legacy Championship pack. Okay, so these are just reprints for like Dia Bellstar, Nightmare Pain, more Ryzeal stuff. Tempai was somehow in it with Kaiman and Transcendent. You get like Stamped, versions too. You can get stamped secrets, or stamped ultras. Uh, People were looking for this Exodia head. Um, it was okay. Uh, it was just okay. But the big reprint set is right here. We have to talk about the 2025 Mega Pack, which is too much. 450 cards. It's less than Stampede. However, it's still real big. We got Voiceless Voice, we got Malice reprints, more Malice reprints, we got more Molcharmies. I don't think I've ever seen the Perulia, I'll be honest with you. I saw someone open the case. I don't know if they opened a Perulia. Spell Canceller reprint. This is for K9. Crazy. Yeah, Nightmares, we got Wedgie Temples. Pretty good reprints from the set. Obviously the Dominus Impulses and Purges are nice. Voiceless Voice once again. Centurion. Pretty good. Paleozoic. And then the ultra rare slot was insane. 150 cards. Mirage of Nightmare, Card of Safe Return, and a lot of banned cards got announced. So this is, I think, right before we got the Genesis announcement. So we're like, oh, they printed this set to allow the banned cards, and some of them are still pointed, but it is what it is. DPE, fun. The Botcha reprint, the other Metamorphosis reprint of the year. Refrain couplets. Yeah, this set was pretty big. Oh look, UF F0, fun, and love to see the man. Ninja Shadow Mosquito finally getting its reprint. This is his first reprint since, which is insane. The Bestial Starlights are really nice. This is a nice slot people really wanted because there's a Starlight SP. Pot agreed, fun. The Starlight spell card monster reborn is a very funny one. So, yeah, let's move on. The commons were whatever. I just say that. The dangers are nice. Oh yeah, this is like bloat, common bloat. Ganglong's funny. But yeah, this set is real big. I'm gonna put it right at... I'm really below Maze. It was just too big. Let's just say that. Alright, on to the next one. We have Doom of Dimensions. Alright. Ultras, the RB stuff. I didn't even mention the RB in the last set. I don't think they fully uploaded the set, but it is what it is. You know, RB is here. Radiant Typhoon, this is Genesis's new face. They have not hit this deck as of yet, but here it is. The new DDD stuff is here. This is insane. All these cards read crazy, but I think it only lasted a week. Sadly, none of them made it. They just kind of got outclassed, and no one wanted to do the combo lines. Ichi Sayori Hime, decent card for not just spirits, but for Exo Sister, if you remember early Genesis. Moving on. Yep, cards. The secret rares, we have Masterpiece, that's not worth it. Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis, still fetching a heavy price, not only in TCG, but I think also for Genesis. This card just setting Dogmatica Punishment is enough. And the commons, Anamana-Kage's big, Miasma Necromancer is like cope for more like spellcaster nonsense, aka Dark Magician. Okay, this is actually something to talk about. The Sofa Court stuff. Sofa Courts has been actually very successful. I think they were seeing play in Yummy most of the time with Happiness, Primora, and Solfegia. These cards are very, very nice. Very good. Serene Psychic Sorceress is also nice for the Psychic pile that just got released. And then Fool, Och, and what's his name? Big Gate. Nortra Plora. Really good cards, but mostly shined in Genesis. So yeah, there's that. It's alright. I think it's only an alright set to Yeah, there would. I think I gotta put it at least maybe. Is it better than Alien? Is it? I don't want to put it in A, but I don't think so. Like, if I look at the high end, it's like, okay, we need Felix, we need Marshmallow, we need where's the other one? Patel, Gimme. Oh no, Roy. Right? Where's the Roy? There's no Roy. And Moser's still waiting. Radiant Typhoon. This one was felt for Genesis. I'm gonna put it for here for Genesis reason because Radiant Typhoon is basically the name of the game in Genesis currently. Everybody's looking out for Radiant Typhoon, so I think I gotta give it there. If you disagree, I get it. Let me know what you feel like in the comments. All right, get to the Fallen and the Virtuous structure deck, which is not listed here for some reason. This deck was really good. It's debatable which structure deck is better. I'm gonna put the Blue Eye structure deck in front because I think branded Despia branded Pure is not really the wave right now. Even with the Fallen and the Virtuous, this card's crazy. I think the deck is great. The All Hollow is a really nice touch. Included great reprints of even Triple Tactics Thrust. Gold Sark. This is I'm trying to remember because I opened this set, then like it was very good. The whole branded deck being available, very cheap, very accessible, and the cards are great. Meta impact always. I think people are just splashing in Fallen and the Virtuous with Albion and then setting another one is insane. Obviously, he hasn't gotten enough time to shine as much as the Blue Eye structure deck, but I think it's right up there. I think this structure deck is pretty good. All right, the Retro Pack. I forgot when this re-released. It was a good release for like old collectors. It helped some older formats, but once again, time travel kind of is fallen off from modern events, so it's weird. Because they could have done more. I don't think there was just some good reprints, but it could have been a little bit more. Retro Pack 2 is a weird set one. I'm gonna change this one to We Don't Know. So We Don't Know. These ones. So the Legendary 5Ds collection set is gonna have the new junk stuff, which is gonna be okay. I heard I think there's gonna be the common reprints of the Mole Charmies, which is Fua, Parolia, and Meowls. I do not know what this Phantom Revenge is. I have no idea. I don't even know if we're getting this one yet. Don't know when we're getting it, but we don't know where these are so far. So hopefully they're good. Let me know in the future if you guys are watching this, because I don't know where we're gonna put these. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one. Let me know your thoughts of the best product of 2025, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.